I feel ashamed. I never reviewed this movie. Watch this movie. This is a creepy, weird movie, but I really dug it. So is my mom. So, with that being said, another A24 movie. Love Lies Bleeding stars Kristen Stewart and Katy O'Brian. It's about gym manager Lou falls for Jackie, a bodybuilder who is passing through town en route to a competition in Las Vegas. From director Rose Glass, who brought you Saint Maud, and now comes another A24 movie. That alone's gonna make people be like, no, or hell yeah. For me, hell yeah, I would love to make a movie with A24, because this movie is crime drama, a thriller, definitely horror adjacent, but most importantly, love romantic, because that's the key heart to this movie. This movie has it all in the best ways possible. Rose Glass delivers a movie that I think is better than Saint Maud. I left this movie theater thinking to myself, this is what I just want every studio to do. Just let creatives be creative. And Rose Glass delivered. The positives in this movie, I have to begin with her. She's a great director. She really knows how to just take characters, give them story beats, give them something that we want to watch, and then make your audience go through a journey that is so hectic, crazy, and darkly funny. This movie balances so many tones, so many clashes of just mirages of dreams, blood, definitely some gore, and just some amazing performances. And really, like, Rose Glass deserves huge credits for all this. Like, she's the director of this movie. A lot of work was put into this movie. A lot of care was. The cinematography is beautiful. The soundtrack is awesome. The production design, it's set in like the late 1980s, and it is beautiful to look at. It's also really just gritty and dark. It reminds me of like a gritty Seven in the set in the 80s. Like, that's what it reminded me of. It was just so disgusting. And this movie gives you the love and light to our main leads with Kristen Stewart and Katy O'Brian, who are fantastic. Katy O'Brian really is a standout. I know she's been in a few things like Quantumania and Star Wars, but with this one, she really goes all out, and she is so good in this movie. And Kristen Stewart has really proven to everyone that, like, she's not just Twilight. She's a freaking great actress. Their love relationship in this movie felt so real and genuine. Then when you get all of these other bad people coming into their lives, it gets really hectic and gets crazy enough to, like, you really are sitting on the edge of your seat just wanting these two characters to live, because Kristen Stewart wants her to do everything the purpose to get out of this business, because Ed Harris plays Kristen Stewart's dad, who is completely just a bad guy. And this movie goes through a lot of just story that once you get to this ending, an ending that you definitely could be hit or miss, I'll get to in a second. I think Rose Glass and everyone in this movie really just took a story and just made it something just cool and awesome and different, and that's a huge honor to everyone who worked on this movie. Now, with that being said, like I said, I'm a huge horror fan, horror adjacent stuff. This movie's gore. This movie has some bloody moments. This movie has some shocking moments. And when the action does happen, it feels visceral. It feels dirty. It feels so real and hectic, and I love that kind of stuff. I will say, there are a few scenes in this movie that remind me of, like, yep, this is an A24 movie. Mostly to do with, like, dream sequences, very fantasy-like scenes. I don't want to spoil a lot because the movie doesn't really show that in the trailers, but I will say it was a weird choice in my opinion, but you know, they tried something different. I respect the hell out of that, so I got no problem with it. It's just sometimes it feels like it's just there to be there because A24. Like, I don't know why. Maybe the studio's like, hey, we need something like just very out of the blue in this scene. And then that's where we get to the ending. This ending ends like an ending, and I walked out of the theater saying, people are going to hate this movie because of that ending. And I left the ending saying I would like to watch it again. That's just my honest opinion without spoiling anything. I want to see this movie again. It's got great performances, great just balance of horror, action, the romance, which is super strong in this movie. Our performers and everyone in this movie is great. I mean, Ed Harris is freaking awesome in this movie. The coloring, the lighting, rose glass. I'm going to give Love, Lies, and Bleeding an A-. But to everyone out there, remember, this is A24. They can be weird. This one's no different. But I really dug it. I really, really liked it. Hope you guys get a chance to see this one in theaters this weekend. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.